Hello, everyone. I'm back. I think today is day 12 of playing Wukong. I mean, Black Myth Wukong. I wonder how many percent am I in? Okay. Where am I? I don't remember anything. Which direction did I come from? Did I come up from here? I don't know. Let's just go upwards. Okay. This looks familiar, but I can't be sure as well which direction I come from. There is a dotted line, so I think this is the right path. There is more dotted lines. Wondering if I should follow the dotted lines or should I explore? What's that sound? Oh, it's leading me upwards. Okay, anyway, let's explore a little bit. Ooh.
Number 8 fried rice.
What thing? Keisuke. Oh. Ooh. Okay, refined iron sand. Okay. Let's continue going this path. Oh my god. Okay. This way. Hopefully there are more. Oh. Ouch. Okay. Let's drink the potion. Absorb these. Okay, a little sidetrack just for some wheel. Not that worth a sidetrack. I don't think there is map in this game. Let's explore the other side. Wait. Were these here just now? Oh. Okay. Oh wait, what's that? Is that flower? Okay, that one is a little scary. Okay, okay. Seems like a big... What the... Ooh. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Ooh. That wasn't a good move. Ooh. Don't want to die here. Oh, last one got me. Okay. Oh, there's another one. What? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, gosh. Okay. What's going on? Ooh, what is that? Okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Finish him? Okay. This is a very long sidetrack and detour. Ooh, am I dead? Ouch. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch. What? My summon is gone. I'm dead. Okay. Huge damage. My summon died like very fast. Okay. I assume I came from the bottom. Now I need to go up. And then gather this. Turn left. Okay. Is this even the same path as the one that I took just now? Feels like there might be some treasures here. Here, maybe? No, just some wheel. What? That was a jump charge attack. That was horrendous. Ooh. Good to do. Thank you for the follow. Bishido. Oh my god. Welcome. Let's keep left from getting lost. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh. That almost got me. Can I jump here? I can. Let's continue to keep left. This is a huge map. Oh, is it gonna speed on me? Oh no, it's the bird. I'm just gonna run. Just run. I'm just looking for treasure at this point. Okay, there's a bad guy over here. Come on, bro. Okay. Ooh. Is he gonna spin? Ooh, what? You can cut through the rocks? What? Come on, bro. Roll towards me. Oh, he's gonna summon some... Okay, that's not good. Oh, wait, my stamina? My charge attack went missing? What? That's not good. Roll. 3, 4. Oh, there's a slam attack. Okay, I better heal. Ooh, yo. Oh no. Where is my wings? Why are you so strong? Why are you so strong for just a normal mob? Oh, okay. At least you give me some health back. I'll take it. Falcon Hermit Spirits. Okay, let's check it out. Left button. I have 2 healths. Let's increase stamina. I mean mana. What was I doing? Oh no. I was supposed to come here to take a look at the spirit. Increases frost damage. Okay, that's not that useful for now. None of my attack does frost damage. So let's move forward. Oh, there's another bad guy right there. Ouch. Are there more? No. Okay. What's that sound? Oh, I heard some leaves. Oh, I hear more sound. This definitely seems like a big sidetrack, which Probably ends with a mini boss with more skills. Is my best guess. Bam. Oh, there's a... okay, okay. Oh, is there some Celestial Pews? Pews later? Bam! Let's get my mana back, my stamina. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I don't want to die. Let's... Whoa. No, well, let's play safe. There's some mana. Okay. Let's... open. Celestial Pew? No, not of voidness. Material. Not of voidness. From voidness, it grabs completeness. This is the legendary tool you need for spirit cultivation. Maybe there is gonna be some golden spirit that requires this material. Oh, there is further. Oh, what's that money? Pear? Celestial pear? Let's heal. Okay. Nothing here, right? Let's move on. What is that sound? I hear someone's breathing. Oh no! Don't come from behind. Where are you? What's that sound? What is that sound? I'm hearing some monsters. Oh, okay. There's a boss fight, right? Hello.
Well. Harsh winds and an old friend. I couldn't be happier. Join me. Snow is the best soil for poetry.
Oh, yo. I got hit. You just tried to vomit on me? Ooh. Okay. Oh. Ooh, I got spat on. Ooh. Finish him? Not yet. Okay.
Hold it, my friend. Sit with me a while. Dark-furred, devious-natured, hunting that Gwai is no simple task. You do have some skills, but this land bites with cold. Lack of readiness could be your undoing. Our reunion is destined, and so is my role to teach you this little trick. I am extraordinary, as is my flame. It shall help you in need, be it injury, weariness, or frostbite. Beast or Yaogwai, none shall dare to draw nigh.
Ring of Fire spell. A fairy circle drawn by the staff can provide rapid recovery within it. Seems like my gaming sense telling me to go the other path was worth it. Nothing here, I assume. Am I chasing after him? He went this way. Oh, treasure chest. Tiny pieces of gold. I feel bad for not following instructions. Basically the one that is the golden dots that is shining through, showing me the way. Am I hunting after the Yaogwai? There is no incense for the longest time. No altar, I mean. Oh, is there an altar? Oh, it's not. This is not good. My last save point is very far away.
Keep at it. You could melt into blood and pus.
Darling, come on. It's perfectly cool in here. Join me inside. Have a good dance practice, will you?
Such humour, Admiral. Let go of your stubbornness and I could request Master to set you free. Then I'd be open to joining you.
Oh, I don't deserve you. That old bastard has really made good use of Wukong's relic. Even you, a celestial courtier, bend to his will. Yet my ears tell me that the destined one has Dr. Money with. Pity. Reckon it won't be your master who unlocks these metals eventually.
These gold symbols are made by our Grand Master. And you think a puny monkey can go beyond that?
Is the whole island moving? Oh, what?
You've roused Turtle, General. How could you know he's here below?
Turtle? Snake? Who cares? I caught a whiff of monkey stench familiar enough for me to sound my welcome.
Master valued your talents. He kept you alive beneath the pagoda for your own good. How ungrateful. Evidently, you just don't deserve the ecstasy of the New West.
What is going on? Just gonna pause you here. Oh, ouch. Oh, ouch, ouch. Whoop. I missed. String my potion. Oh, is that same dragon? Oh, ouch. 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 Ooh. Okay, okay. 妖怪 King Kanjing Star. Okay. So this is the true appearance. Bitter Island. Oh, there isn't even an altar. But I guess I'm summoned here. Oh, the altar is here. Oh, I missed it. Did I miss it earlier? Oh well. Somehow they gave me a safe checkpoint here. Craft weapon. Epic Kanjing stuff. Thunder damage. Not sure if using thunder damage back at her is the best choice. Armor. Let's just try. Let's see spells. Set spells. Which one could I have set? This one? Immobilize. Grasp protection from the cold and prepare for impending confrontation. Standing within the ring accelerates recovery, and effects of drinks are enhanced. Duration of firing allows stepping out in battle and returning to with its effects active. Okay. Might cost high. Just high? Okay. Oh wait, what? Real weak. Okay. Let's see. Self-advance. I have how many? I have 0. Okay, let's go ahead and try to fight the dragon again. Let's try storing. 1, 2, 3.
You want to save me? We do the same to you. Spin and flush.
What? Ouch. Can you come down? Fleshy. Ooh, oh my god. I barely did anything. Let's just try. Let's throw all in. That's the most fun. Okay, she left. What? One hit?
Yield to your true self.
Ooh, I got caught.
That's what makes one tremble with delight.
What happened? What? That's a bit far.
My word. Now that my persuasion's failed, you'll go back to the pagoda and be remade. The clouds surge and shiver with thunder.
Ouch, ouch.
Tremors towards thunder.
Ouch.
Over your very
Okay, okay. So there's the first phase, which I just whack her, and then it's a close combat fight. Then there is a second phase where she jumps and flies. Right? Then there is the, I guess you can say, the second attack, third attack. She shoots 5 things.
died and come back.
Ouch.
Spin.
Flash. This charge attack thing not working. Ooh, ooh. Flash. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, that's the phase 2, right? Just chill a little bit. Ooh, ouch. No. Okay. Then let's go and whack her. Oh, are you pressed the wrong button?
To your true self.
Does it hit me? Oh, it does. Ooh, okay. Make your hit. Ooh. Okay, there's the 5-ball thing, right? Ooh, okay, it's 4, then 5.
Persuasion's failed. You'll go back to the pagoda and be remade. The clouds surge and shiver with thunder.
What's this? Phase 2? Phase 3?
Stop your suffering.
Okay, that hurts. So the relic is here, then where would the dotted line brought me earlier? Anyway.
You want to save me, but who'd do the same with you?
Save who?
Spin and clap.
Flash.
Tremors forge thunder. Cast its sword bolts.
Okay, okay.
Yield to your true self.
Yes, I think it's better to just whack for this phase. Oh, I missed. What's that?
Tremors forge thunder.
Ouch. 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 Oh, no. Ouch. Ooh. Can I hit the hit? No? Ooh. Oh, I got hit.
Yield to your true self.
This hurts a lot. Okay, there's the...
Now that my persuasion has failed, you'll go back to the pagoda and be ready. The clouds surge and shiver with thunder.
Shoot. I don't like this. Did she get taller? I got caught? No, it's just a little troll. Okay. Oh, I should freeze her in this state, whatever that is. Since... What is that? Looks dangerous. Why is my... Potion, maybe? Ooh, a big one. Oh shit, that was a grab.
That's what makes one tremble with delight.
I don't want to get hit. Why am I still getting hit? Oh, I did it! Yes!
Master's right. Monkeys are set in their ways.
Okay, not that tough.
Still, though, you'll never crack the gold symbol.
Why? You gonna crack it for me? Bang! Oh. Is that my disciple? Chupache. No?
What took you so long? Constipation? I was nearly cooked alive in there. Move it. Blasted eyesore. Wasn't even worth my second glance back in the court. That same look again. A furry coat and a pinched face. Luck's all you've got. Great, another mute. Whatever. Let's not dally. Now the turtle and I have shared a few tales. That yellow brow is not like the foes. That old monkey from Mount Guagua asked me to back you up here to save you from his ugly tricks. He told me that once we gather all 6 relics, we can bring Wukong back. Let's say I buy it for now. I'll go and catch up with him first. You take a look around.
Whoa. Did I get another relic here? Okay. Am I supposed to go down? Let's... Am I hearing penguins? Let's go and visit that head. And maybe visit this thing? Oh, couldn't jump up. Guess I'm not supposed to. There is a bad guy over there. 2, actually. Oh, someone just tried to spit on me. Where is the guy that is spitting on me though? I got hit. What? Where is the guy that is spitting on me? Oh, okay, I think I saw the general direction. Oh, there it is. Oh, I died to this. Ouch. Ouch. Where was I again? Let's go up. Ouch. Okay. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ooh, where, what? Why are there so many of these guys here? Not interested in these guys. Bring me some more bosses or some good stuff. Like items. Seems like the main place to explore would be the head. So before doing that, oh my god. What was that? Is that bat? Okay. Oh, he hit. Why am I still killing these guys? Anyway. Whoa. Oh, what? Hehehe. Just some small mobs, right? I don't see any big ones. I don't know, man. Should I explore in depth? What is that? Is that someone fishing? Hello? What is this? He's dead though. Should I hit him? Cute though. Okay, that's interesting find, but nothing significant, I think. Is this dead end? I think so. Okay, so that's the dead end. Let's cut through. Don't think there's anything. Things are missing. The dragon is missing. What do you call it? That golden pot is missing. Something is spitting at me again. I'm just gonna... Oh, there is fire here. Oh, chest. Which means I need to... Nope. Since I'm out of range. Mine core, nice, 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 nice. Looks like I'm stuck here. Maybe not. Oh. 猪八戒 is here. Let's take a look around here a bit more. Look at the head. Look at the turtle.
The place is teeming with Yaowais. I doubt if you'll even survive to find Yellowbrow, given your meager light.
Leaf.
My old friend! You must have had it rough all these years in this shithole! Rest easy! Once we're ashore, I'll take down that blasted temple to avenge you and Brother Snake! Easy there! Easy! I hear you! Dead or alive, all suffer the same. You'd be better off staying a stone. Come on, cut the whips and wines, will you? You're too old for those. Yes, yes, stop sobbing. Stay here and wait. I'll check on your snake, pal.
What's going on? There's one Yao Kuai here, one Yao Kuai there. What is the plan? No, he fights. Let's see him do something. Cool, not bad, not bad. Oh, Elta. New crafting things. Craft armor. 53, 46, 48, 53. Vengeful Mirage will inflict Thunder Bane. No idea what's that. But I will want the increased defense. So let's craft this. Confirm. Increase shock resistance. Equip. Equip. Nice. Seems like there is the red sage stuff, which I skipped, right? Oh, but if I don't craft this, I may not be able to see the one at the bottom. Should I just craft this? Yeah, let's just craft it. Let's just play these for a while, since I've not used it before. Okay, where to go? Let's go this way. Wait, what happened? What's that sound? Oh, there's my brother in arm. Hehehe, so cute. Anything here? No? I'll leave. I'll let you do the rest. Can you do the rest? Ouch. Ouch. Okay.
A handy cave to shelter us from the wind. If I fall sick from cold, boy, the blade will square on me.
What's that sound?
Easier, you.
Left, right.
Path narrows, danger lurks.
What's that sound? I think it's this. There's an altar over here. Oof, something is telling me to explore left. But I think the altar should be near. Let's grab the altar first. Yep, it's right here. There we go. Nice. Let's go back and explore what's on the right. Okay, bad guy. Statues.
And I've got me.
Oh, forgot about this. Okay. Let's move on.
Lighter. Why come here where the path runs out?
You know, that could be place for meditation. Oh, there is treasure. Treasure. Refined iron sand. Feels like this would be a good place to meditate. But that is just my opinion. Okay. So I can't go further than this. Let's go back. Nice. Oh, I missed. Okay. Place to meditate. Nice. You enlightened already. Appeals? I'll take it.
Your eyes are sharp. I'd think you once lived here.
This is a dead end. I'm surprised. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Left or right? There is nothing. Oh, there is things on the right.
More treats from my rake.
Okay, let's kill him. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Moving on.
Isn't everywhere? You cross me?
Oh, you just kicked me. Oh, heals? Oh, two button heals? Oh. Ouch. Why did they let him fall to the ground? Okay. Heal. Take. Red hair Yakasha. Yaksha. What does it do? Increase heavy attack damage. Nice. Still a more defense person, but good to have. Let's see. Upon seeing through and hitting enemy with resolute strike. What is seeing through? Not sure. Just play around. Bam. Okay. Let's move on. Is cutscenes up? Cutscenes are coming.
Let me catch up to you, kid. Oi, kid, you look suspicious. What kind of Yao Guai are you?
Shh. I'm looking at that Buddha over there. See his belly button? It's so big. Me and you, we look way smaller.
Buddha? Where is it?
You see no Buddha because you think no Buddha. No thought, no sight.
I, the sacred gourmand, saw enough Buddhas before you were born. Foolish brat. You didn't see that coming, did you?
True hearts find their path, and the Buddha is on that path. Why not worship with a true heart? The path might just show itself.
Worship my hoof. Visit temples, kneel to figures. You tell no black from white. That's my master. I am fed up with all these skin-deep rites.
No true heart, the path is sealed. With true heart, it's revealed. No, this won't do. I can't help you before you have them.
What do you want? What do you want? Anything here? No? Just shiny rocks. Who? He's fighting. Oh my, good job. You kill one by yourself. Good job, good job. Oh, something is going on.
I've got me!
Meditation spot? No? Buddha? This is a huge Buddha. Let's go. Hmm? Let's try to go up. I cannot. What's this? Dead end? I don't believe it.
Blast it! We're meant to be doing some worshipping. Did you see any Buddha?
Is this not Buddha? This one?
That's enough rest. Onward now.
Is this somehow a puzzle I'm supposed to solve around here? Okay, anyway, this has been about an hour. I will take a break here. I'm confused. Well, I will explore. Can I jump off? I'll go back down. Ouch. Am I supposed to be finding something? Why can't I jump in? What? Sure.
No, this won't do. I can't help you before.
This one? This Buddha?
I get it now. 4 Buddhas, that boy said. There must be 4 Buddhas to worship. Loony monk. Can't reason with him.
Loony monk. Okay, so I found one now. At least I know I'm looking for. Okay, I'll end stream here. Hopefully it auto saves here. Okay, guys, thank you for coming. Good night, sweet dreams. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.